Welcome to Wollongong Warriors vs UTS Opaleyes, last game of the day here in Penrith and QL. I'm Nat. We're joined with James Hosford.
Hello.
And maybe George. Open his mouth to say hi.
Hey, how you doing? So this is a really interesting game because Wollongong are probably the best they've been for 5 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. They've had a lot of new blood through, a lot of change in the team culture, I think, as well. That's a good beat off the start after the UTS keeper manages to pick it up. Heads off to number 96, passes behind hoops. He runs around, Wollongong try to stop it, but he manages to dunk it in. That was Will.
Is it Will Siomiak there?
Yep.
So that's a veteran who's been out for a while. It's the first time I've seen him on a roster for a fair while.
Yeah, name's familiar, but I haven't seen him around lately. Alright, so we've got, I know his name, he was in the last game of the Jesse.
That's Jesse Oak-Turner, isn't it? Yep.
Yep, formerly of Macquarie, I'm told.
Yeah, I recognised that name myself and was like, is that the Jesse I remember from Macquarie? Makes sense.
Yep. Alright, so beta play manager there makes an opening for Jesse, who tries to get through, can't, so he passes off to Amelia. Flo throws it back, that's going to be one reset and there was no one there, but that's okay. Ledger's coming in, picked up by a 62. Who's then tackled back across the halfway line, the ball pops out unfortunately. So it's going to be picked up there by number 12, Cameron. Races off to the hoop and gets it through.
Yeah, it's Cameron Neal, he's one of the most experienced players now, he's too athletic.
That's what it comes down to sometimes, just having someone you can pick up that ball and go.
Yeah. So I haven't seen either of these teams really once this year at all. UTS have come from a really strong year in 17. Last year was a rebuild year. They've been struggling, but they've still got a lot of familiar names on the roster. If you look, you've got Aidan Weatherstone, their most prominent old player back in. A lot of building beaters, especially like Kelsey Collins, has been impressing me a lot this year. And then, Wollongong had a big win over the Weasleys last tournament, which is the first one that really got people's attention.
Yep, they beat Hills earlier today.
Okay. That's right, yeah, that was a big win as well.
Alright, beta play. Oh, I think that went in.
Lucky shot, that one.
Yeah, long shot.
Fair enough.
Pretty far out, makes it just in, the hoop plopping behind. And the ball is now with the UTS keeper.
And that's from Amelia, that long shot, was it?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was, yeah. She seemed very excited about it regardless.
Yeah. Alrighty, UTS walking up the pitch, they're not in any hurry whatsoever. They've got bludger control, so they know they can make something happen once they feel like it. Ball passes off there. I don't know. What's her name? It's not on my list.
22, not on my list either, but I got my own list. Let's have a look.
That's okay. Our friend with the orange pants, passing the ball, running it around herself. Passes off behind hoops, it's dropped, recovered, goes back to Cameron in front. Before passing off to 96, who gets close. Wollongong manages to stop a block.
Good scramble defense. Broom's down.
Alright, so Couple's back with Jesse. Alright, and Beta there tries to stop the Bludgers getting back to UCS's way, but it's unsuccessful. So Jesse with the quaffle and UTS with control in the hands of Aiden and Kieran. Kieran takes out the other bludger, manages to catch one.
Oh, immunity there.
Takes out the spare chaser, nearly with the deflect, but dismounts in the process. Jesse now tearing up the center. Just dodges a bludger, I'm not sure he knew anything about it, but gets the ball in.
So 20 all now.
20 all.
That's interesting for Wollongong because this is UTS stacking their best line, certainly beta-wise. The experience of Kieran and Aiden is huge. They'll want to be decisively clear in this line because Wollongong have got some depth to come at them if they can survive Aiden and Kieran.
Just looking at the difference in sub-bench, Wollongong's got 5, 6 people. UCS Ben's got 3 total. So...
Wow, I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah. And from the looks of it, 3 men and non-binary will play on the rest of the women. So that's going to be tight once we get to subs as well. So, there we go, lovely. Lots of passing around the hoops, ends up the ball with Will, who pops it straight through middle hoop. But Jesse on the quick rebound. UCS caught a little off guards there, and he keeps running through.
Oh, it's missed. Oh, thought he put that on the T-joint there for a minute.
Yeah, I thought it missed as well.
We've had a couple today like that, inevitably.
Yeah, and it just pops itself in when you least expect it. All right, good fast break.
So 30 all.
30 all.
Still tight.
Alright, UTS with the quaffle now. They have lost bludger control. It's sitting with the Wollongong beaters. Again, UTS in no hurry. It's been a long day.
It's Dion Sheldon leading their beater line there. He's one of the more experienced beaters on their team now. He's done a couple of years worth of state tryouts, and that's the kind of thing where even at this level, when you're building on a new team, the experience of that kind of weekend is huge.
Yeah, it
teaches you so much.
The little things you pick up.
Yeah.
You know, the opportunity to play with people outside your team.
And that's the same for Kelsey Collins here now, who's on, and I want to see, really keen to see how much she's learnt from that kind of weekend to keep her game going, because she's been good all year.
Alright. So Wollongong advancing now. We've had another turnover in the bludgers. Jessie with the bludger. Sorry, Quaffle. Hiding there behind Connor with the bludger. Looking for an opening. They haven't got much movement there, Wollongong. They probably need to try something. Goes for a shot. That works, hey?
Yes, that's why.
That's just why. Pops it in right over the...
Oh, big hit from Aiden.
In front of us, dismounts himself in the process though. Kelsey comes in to clean up and is going to end up with bludger control for UTS. Just beating Connor there for the ball, who runs off. Sorry, that's not Connor, that is Dion.
I've officially missed a goal there, but it's worth it because I've caught all this speed to play.
Yeah. Alright, so we had a UTS goal, did we?
Yep, yeah, 40 all. We had that long shot from Wollongong, and UTS have come back and equalised.
Yeah,
so
it was a good answer.
Wollongong coming back with the quaffle now.
Cool.
And UTS have got bludger control back with
got the control.
Aiden and Kelsey.
Yeah. Alright. So Wollongong sending their wing chasers quite wide.
Yeah.
Sitting on even with the hoops. Jessie with quaffle sitting up high. They're all kind of congregated there. I think they're about to break out and do something, would be my guess.
Yeah, there's still not a lot of ball movement, but I think that's often a feature of Division 2 teams where, especially now with Jessie on, you'll often have one dominant athlete still, just not the depth of dominant athletes that Division 1 teams can sometimes have.
That was a beat. There we go. Alright, Cameron gets the ball and pairs up the pitch. He's got a free man on the hoop, decides to pass it off and then gets it just in. Lovely. Over to Will before who puts it in the goal. Hoop. Ball, hoop. Alright. So it should be 50-40 now.
Yep.
When Henry gets around to updating over there.
People will note this angle hasn't turned out great for the sun, but it's not too bad. It's fine on this end here. It just gets a bit silhouetted on the UTS end, but you can see the basics.
Sure, it looks cool.
Much better than my last effort.
Alright, Dion there hassling Kelsey, trying to distract her and get the bludger off her. Jessie passes the ball over top but misses. And it ends up safe with Cameron, the keeper. He's just running this time, bringing the ball upfield. He's going to pass off to the side there.
Oh, it's missed.
Gets it in, but just can't get the ball over. We'll make sure of it, putting it through the top. It's Benita, right? Benita, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great jump shot there because he gets an elevation over the keeper, gets himself level with the middle hoop, makes the shot easier.
Much easier, especially when you've got so many bodies between you and the hoop.
Yeah, I don't see that done enough. I never think to do it enough either.
So I can go up. What?
Yeah, especially because no one can touch you up there.
Yeah, this is true. Alright, we got to change to keeper for Wollongong. We've now got Peter on. Still the same beater pairing, still the same chasers. Well, we've got a new sub over that side. Alright, and here they go. So he goes all the way around, shoots from behind, plucked out of the air. Cam's got the ball now, tearing up the field, trying to use his own players to cut off the beater's pass, but there are too many managed to make it ahead of him. Alright. Popple's pass up. Oh! What's the call going to be there? Yeah, I think the ref's going to have to check that one. Alright, goal there was called good. Beat happened after they released the ball.
It's a 30-point margin now, which is what UTS will need because you can see Wollongong coming back into this with UTS's lack of numbers.
Yeah, they need to start pressing and they need to make them go a bit faster. And that's probably going to play out in Wollongong's favour. Yeah.
They do have a clear athletic advantage, especially in the kind of lines they're on now. Players like Kelsey, Kieran, Aiden, Cameron, Will can go all day, and Quidditch isn't, in a lot of ways, still isn't a massively cardio-intensive sport, but having 6 more than the other team does make a difference in the end.
Yeah, especially late in the day.
Yeah, last game.
Alrighty, Quaffle there's with Amelia sitting up top and high. She passes off to Peter, who runs around behind. It's pelted out of the air by Benita. Good hands. Who passes back to Cameron and the keeper. Cameron now bringing up the field. A little bit of beater play in the centre that's ended up in Wollongong's favour. They're going to get control out of this, but Kelsey's caught in the tail. Quaffle, meanwhile, goes to a friend I don't know the name of before ends up with Wollongong. Yeah, and the bludger gets thrown back. Alright, Peter now coming down the left-hand side, or right-hand side, being quite quick stops. None of his teammates are able to help though. There they are coming now. I think Kelsey was causing a bit of havoc with the bludger back there. So it's now gone to Porto, who passes and is intercepted and passed back to the keeper.
So this Peter Woodworth keeping here now for Wollongong, I think he's a first year. I'm not fully familiar with him.
Yeah, name isn't familiar.
I like his general play. I like his patience and structure. He's got to work on that final pass. I think there's a bit in the technique there. A lot of underarm, a lot of round arm. Lacks a bit of control. But there's a good base point to work on, which I think is the nature of a lot of these Wollongong players at the moment.
Yeah. Pretty good. That's what we like to see. Alright, Kelly with ball passes back to Cameron. Cameron here looking for some options. Can't see a path through the centre. Goes right to Will. Will runs it back. Kieran takes out the point and he runs up straight and puts it right through the right hoop. Good timing there. Waited for the bludger to take out point, just went. And Wollongong probably needs to step up a little bit more.
Yeah, out of range for the first time.
Out of range for the first time, there we go. So probably, what do you reckon, 10, 13 minutes in?
Yeah, we stopped. Yeah, looking at the timing we've got here, it's been about 13 real time, so it hasn't been a lot of stoppages.
Alrighty. Peter with Quaffle coming up the centre, being guarded there by number 6. No, can't be that. Ball goes off, gets intercepted. Cameron with Quaffle, but there is two players in front of him, and dismounts himself. So Peter ends up with ball beat by Kieran, who goes to Kelly. Kelly runs into 2 players, thinks better of it, steps around the first, steps through the second. Good effort. Gets beat there by number 7, Paige. For deflecting the ball, Will now with the ball, runs right through, manages to miss, pops it over the top, and that's probably going to be out.
Yep. There's a lot of random chaos in this game, which is often what you see. It's what I often like about games like this, where you've got improving quality teams, playing a good close game with the effort's the same and the potential's the same, but the experience level's lower. And so you just tend to get lots of good hustle, but very, very chaotic.
Yeah.
As ever, you got that spectrum of good Quidditch versus entertaining Quidditch. A little close to the sideline here.
Yeah. Alright, Dane there holding off the ball, waiting for it, but it's gone and ended up in Will's hands. Will comes through, but picks up a beat from Paige. The Quaffle's still going and ends up in
excellent from Kelly.
Lovely spin and pops it through.
Yeah, this one's getting away from Wollongong now.
Just slightly, yeah.
I'd be interested to know UTS's other results today. I haven't seen or heard a lot of them. Because it's been UNSW were the presumptive favourites in this division, but they've dropped a game to the Weasleys today. Macquarie have been generally taking care of business, although they lost 1 or 2 last time that weren't expected. I really don't know where UTS is in this hierarchy at the moment, but they definitely can compete with anybody, I think.
That nearly went in.
Had a few of those ones, Wollongong.
Yeah, he's a bit mad at himself for trying, but that's okay. Alright, Quaffle now with Cameron up down behind hoops. Wollongong with control. Wait, no they don't. There's the ball.
Yep, it's come back.
That was just subbing.
So there's only been 3 beaters on for UTS all game. I think it's all they've got. Because their other subs will be chasers.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're 3 quality experience beaters.
Makes a difference when you have when you're running light. Alright, Kelsey running for 1.5 now. Makes it through. Take 1 bludger out, so they should be free.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Kelsey got beat. That's exactly what she wanted.
Yep.
Does the job.
Great. Kelly, they manages to dunk over 2 people. It's always satisfying.
It's where you need inexperienced beaters to learn more to hold their arrows there, to keep everything in the holster and know that the Quaffle's their job.
Yeah, she just got drawn out a bit to the side, I think.
Yeah.
Which just left the path down the right-hand side. Alrighty. Dane with the quaffle, passes it unfortunately to no one, but it's picked up by Hannah. Hannah gets the ball off before she gets beat, manages to pass in, but it's caught quite easily there on the defense. Alright, Portia harassing Cam there, not giving him an easy run up to halfway.
Oh, very hard. Then I think did she force a reset there? If it wasn't called, if so, but it looked like it to me.
Possibly, depends where halfway is, I guess.
You can see here that
you're pretty halfway.
Pretty much on it.
There we go, you probably got a good eye then. Alright, Aiden now in chasing.
Ah, okay, I didn't see that Aiden's come off chasing. That's interesting because that potentially means Kieran and Kelsey may have to play this game home here, depending on what other options they've got.
Yeah, I thought Kelly's got a black hairband on in preparation perhaps, but we'll see how it plays out, how long the Snitch manages to last and what they need to do. Alright, Jessie with the quaffle. It's coming up the centre. UTS is setting a zone, but they're also quite high up with a point there. Or they're just pressing out to the side, I guess. Don't have control, so Kira's over there harassing Dion. Quaffle comes across. Good. Yeah, goes back to Jessie.
Yeah, I think
Jessie. Dion takes out a bludger, goes.
Oh, that's great from Jessie.
Lovely, yeah. Makes it back to the centre, misses rather dodges a bludger and puts the ball through the strip.
Yeah, you're right. They were playing a traditional Baylor zone there. Aiden was very high. I think he's just trusting his athleticism there to be able to not get beaten. It's a risky play, but you do need your point at least relatively high on that. Otherwise, you give them too much space.
Yeah, and I guess if Kieran tracking the bludger, you got a bit more security that Aiden's not going to get beat out as well.
Because even on their switch, they had their keeper. Is that Cameron at the moment still keeping? Yeah. Even he was coming quite deep out and not using his line. So I think still a 50-point game with that one. 100 to 50, yep.
Yeah, still pretty tight. Alright, Kieran creeping up on the beaters here. Kelsey's off bothering Dion. Kieran tries to throw, it gets deflected. Aiden's still kind of got a path there. Oops, ball ends up popping out.
This is on.
Oh, and it's stripped.
Oh, there's no beaters, but high strip, yeah. Still on though.
Oh, Jessie picks it up. This blood just coming in. Is it going to make it in time? Aiden there cutting off back when he gets to the hoop and ends up with the quaffle. Great play there.
Yeah, his hulking presence just forced him to shoot.
Yeah.
He's got to back himself there one-on-one probably.
Yeah, that's a little bit high, but Aiden fends it off. Courtney's now on field. Wave to the camera. Or give it back to the camera. That works too. As our Snitch today. Alright.
It's a 50-point game close to Snitch.
Yeah. Alright. You going to follow quaffle? Or?
Broadly quaffle, yep.
Unless it's like right here.
We'll see what happens, yeah.
Sounds good. Alright. Aiden with quaffle. Kieran beats out number 7. Decides to go for it and gets the ball in.
60 points.
Makes it look easy. Very well done. Okay.
So UTS have pulled Will to go for the Snitch. Can't see who Wollongong's got at the moment. Can't see the number. So nothing happening here. We'll watch this release. Will's been a state secret of the year in times past. He had a phase there where he was pretty unbeatable for 6 to 12 months at a time. And he's got it straight away. It's been called clean.
Alright, so UCS win it. So end up being 6 goals out of range at the Snitch catch.
Yep, 140 to 50 is our final score.
Yeah. So not in range, but still quite close. I thought both teams had a lot of good chances. And they're starting to really come together, which is great to see.
Yep, that was a good, entertaining game. It was fast-paced and chaotic, and the kind of things I would have expected from this game. But yeah, there's a lot of sort of basic first-year latent talent on field there that's going to develop on both teams.
Yeah.
Especially Wollongong's got more upside there, I think, because UTS have a relatively small but experienced team, but I only really know and recognise there's no more than 3 or 4 Wollongong players who are beyond their second year, I think. They've got Portia as at this point the veteran, astonishingly.
I've been around for only a couple of years.
And Jessie back from Macquarie. Other than that, they're all quite new, I think.
Would help if my hands are full.
Yeah. Great to see. Alright, well thank you. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time.
Alright, thanks very much.